Yeah, definitely. I'm sure I'm totally off, but Dan Calixte is what we're going with. Our apologies, man. It almost sounds like a pharaoh type name.
Yeah,
Calixte.
yeah, I like it. I like it.
Cleopatra Calixte. That's a far reach, but here we go. We got the next fighter coming in. It's Dan Calixte right here.
Another MVMMA guy. So, he just watched his teammate go down in the first round. How is that going to affect you? Is that going to motivate you, or is that going to shake you? Let's see.
See, the interesting thing is because everyone sees this as an individual sport, which it is at the same time, but it's just as much a team sport as it is an individual sport, and a lot of people miss that concept from watching at home.
As somebody who's been in the cage several times, you carry every single person that you have trained with inside that cage. They have left a little bit of something of them with you, and you apply that if you're ready.
Most definitely, and so when these guys go back there, they're talking to each other, they're discussing things and pumping each other up. And as a fighter back there, I know they're watching the fights. There's no way they're not.
Absolutely. There's no way they're not, and on top of that, I mean, a lot of these guys are amateurs, so it's tough to keep those nerves down. So they're watching the screen. They're coming out here, walking back and forth. It's like I said, we're going to see how it affects them.
Most definitely. Will, what is one way you would handle your nerves before you got in the cage? Or the ring?
I used to sleep in the locker room.
Okay. You're a snoozer. You're one of those guys.
I used to put my hoodie up and just sleep.
Okay. Interesting. Because everyone's got their different way of approaching, fight night. And some guys are sleepers, some guys are running around doing sprints.
I didn't want to run around because everybody wants to talk. I literally used to just put my hoodie up and sleep. He really used to think I was, something wrong with me.
Most definitely. I think if I was a heavyweight fighting, I'd be eating a bagel.
That's the beautiful part about being 206 to 265. We can eat whatever we want.
That is most definitely right. And, hey, if you want to get some tickets for the next Cage Wars 38, tickets go on sale tomorrow. It's for September 15th here at Rivers Casino and Resort, Schenectady, New York. Go to CageWarsNewYork.com.
I'll tell you what, folks, you want to get tickets right now because 2 sold-out shows in a row, and these shows just keep getting better.
I text Tim and I was like, hey, let's get you on a podcast, talk real quick. Before we, you have like 30 tickets left. Before I could even get them on, tickets were sold out.
They're doing a great job here. This partnership with Cage Wars and the casino, they're doing a really, really great job putting this on for the fans.
And then this is a beautiful casino. The hotel rooms are absolutely gorgeous, brand new.
The way that they run the facility, the security,
beautiful.
Everything is top notch here.
I even walked away a little bit of a winner playing, $1 or $2 in the casino floor last time.
Don't say that too loud, Kyle. They'll come back and get it.
It was like $10. But hey, that's a winner in my eyes.
So here we go. We got another novice fight here, folks.
Yep, another novice one. For those who aren't sure, novice fights are 2 or less fights for both opponents. Both people have more than 2 fights, so I'm going to throw it up to the ring announcer.
The following contest scheduled for 3 rounds in our welterweight division. Introducing first to my right, fighting out of the red corner, representing Mohawk Valley Mixed Martial Arts out of the fighting city of Utica, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Calixte.
Calixte. All right, we got this.
And fighting out of the blue corner to my right, he is representing Brian Bury Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu out of Watervliet, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, John Vincent.
So again, we have another case.
And your official for this fight is Mr. Nels Larson.
So again, here we have another case of the MVMMA guys, the brawlers, the gritty guys. And then we have a Brian Bury Jiu-Jitsu guy, very technical Jiu-Jitsu. Let's see how this plays out.
This should be an interesting one. And we're going to throw a quick shout-out to David Tatiska. He's going to be the main event in the title fight at 125 September.
I love watching Tatiska fight. I can't wait to see that.
Here we are, both guys. Nice kick by Dan.
John Vincent taking the center of the ring, though.
Hey, John's definitely putting that pressure on early.
If you notice, he's pulling the jab out a little bit, just trying to see the distance to set up the leg kick. But Dan Calixte is timing it.
Now, as a striker, Will, which do you think are usually more, effective? Outside kick, inside kick?
I always prefer the outside kick, but you usually have to follow it up because they start timing it. So, jab, jab, leg kick, out.
A big shot by Dan right there with the overhand, slightly out of reach, followed up by a leg kick. And both these guys are going back and forth. They're definitely keeping their range. Both fighters.
But
there's
if you notice,
a takedown attempt.
There's John Vincent, double leg.
Oh.
Dan doing a nice job trying to get up and post on that hand.
Oh, impressive by Dan right there. Keeping
Nice
his
job,
hand. Yeah.
yep.
Way to stay up on his feet. It looked like he was going to be brought right back to the mat, but posting up with his right hand.
Body lock by Vincent, putting pressure against the cage.
Now, as a former wrestler, I see this. His hips are so far away. You want to bring those in.
Yeah, that's your forte more than mine, but absolutely wants to create that closeness.
And a good defense right here by Dan as he's fighting off John Vincent against the cage.
He's trying to turn him into the cage, trying to get those legs free. Nice job turning.
Excellent job as he's trying to get his hips back, and John Vincent's pulling him in.
John Vincent, he's holding the cage. Nels Larson telling him to let go of that cage. Oh, there goes everything.
You can't hold the cage inside, the fence
Mount,
inside the cage.
Mount, John Vincent ends up in mount.
Big mount right here. Now, there are no strikes allowed to the head because this is an amateur novice fight, but he can go to the body and look for submissions as it appears to be.
Yep, he's trying to flatten him out right now, trying to get them hips low. If you look, he's trying to isolate an arm.
Big body shot right there, trying to get some more. Dan's trying to tie up his Vincent's hands.
He's doing a nice job maintaining the mount. Now he's into half guard. Oh, back to the feet.
Great
nice
job
by
getting back
Dan.
up and a takedown.
Wow,
of his
nice
own.
reversal. Good job.
And we got a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Now,
although he's right in that position for that triangle choke.
Yep. Let's see what he does with it.
See if
Can he lock it up? He looks like he's got a good angle.
Got it. That is tight.
Oh,
you
he
can
looks
see
like
right
he got
in
a
the
good
camera
angle.
right there.
But he can't get it on the shin. It's on the foot. It's on the foot.
And we got less than 30 seconds until the end of the first
He
round.
just adjusted it. Here we go.
Oh, this is tight.
He trapped the ankle.
Oh, it doesn't look as
No,
tight as it was.
He can hold out now. He's fine.
We're down to 15 seconds in the
He's
first
fine.
round.
Yep, he's fine right now. He's north-south. He's good. There's no angle. For the folks at home, he's in no real danger right now.
But a good way to, solidify winning the first round.
Yes, sir. Great way to end the round for John Vincent.
And an excellent first round between these two warriors. John Vincent, definitely, I'm going to give him 10-9. Great recovery, though, by Dan as he fights to stay on his feet, and then he gets the big reversal. Couldn't do a whole lot, got stuck in the triangle. Big first round for the two of them.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the second round and potentially the third. Miss Michelle bringing around the round 2 card for us.
And we are entering round 2, the second fight of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, get tickets at CageWarsNY.com. They sell out quick. The second sold-out show here.
You know what? I anticipate them to keep selling out because, again, they keep putting out a great product. That's the key.
Most definitely. And we'll be back in September 22nd, I believe it is.
15th?
Wait, is it?
Let's look at David Tuska's message. What'd David say?
Oh, hold on.
David knows.
He just says the September event, 125 title he's fighting for. I believe it's either the 22nd. I think it's the 22nd. Right. We're going to have to confirm this.
Here we go.
But right now we're spewing out fake news.
Hey, there's a lot of that right now in the world, right?
And we're spewing it, some of it. Feel like CNN.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not orange. Here we go, round 2.
And here we go. Vincent takes the middle of the cage right away.
One of the things I'm noticing about Dan
Nice
is he brings that chin up. See when he backs up? See that chin coming up?
Yeah, it's real high.
It's very high, and his hands are down. Look for him go for that overhand right.
But a shot like that, though, is very telegraphed. As you can see, Dan was able to get his hips
back. He was
back.
too far away. He shouldn't have shot off that hard overhand.
Good takedown defense right now, but Dan.
He does a good job posting up on that hand, but let's see if he can not grab the cage.
Yeah, when your back's against the wall and someone's got support system pretty much to help them. Good hand control by Dan on the ground as John Vincent's trying to transition.
And half guard is really more beneficial when you can ground and pound. So they can punch to the body, but it's not nearly as beneficial as it would be.
No, it's crazy to see how much of the dynamics of the fight changes from novice rules to regular non-novice.
We're looking at John Vincent. He's trying to isolate an arm right now. He's trying to get high, and he's trying to create either a choke or some sort of an arm lock, whether it be a Kimura, Americana.
And you got Dan on the bottom who's doing a great job tying up Vincent's leg.
Here we go. Look for that.
And there it is. He's trying to fight for that arm.
Yep.
And September 15th, Dan Tedesca just confirmed it. September 15th. I was off, not September 22nd.
I thought I was right, too.
You were right. And big body shots by Vincent on top.
Oh, now, but again, Dan got back to full guard.
Now, you can't throw strikes except for the body, so there's really not a whole lot you could do from there.
No.
It might be more beneficial for the man on bottom.
Yeah, it really it changes the game. It's beneficial.
See, a lot of these close fights I see in the novice rules, I want to see again out of the novice rules.
Yes, because that transition game and the ground and pound is just different.
Most definitely. And, you know, another fight that was novice rules, and now it's like I was just asking for, that's out of novice rules, is our main event tonight, Davis vs. Clow.
That's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Oh, and Dan's going for a choke, and more of like a defensive move there.
But he's in a bad position, in full guard that way, without it being locked up. The likelihood of finishing that is low. Nice
Great
job
scramble
by Dan getting out of that. Wow.
What a scramble. And I thought Vincent was in a pretty solid position moving forward. And then Dan got out of there pretty quickly.
Dan does a nice job. That was impressive. Now John Vincent trying to get into side control. He's going to try to go right knee on belly. Well, he's going to assume that side control. He's softening up the belly. Something happened.
I think
here.
he might have accidentally caught him in the boys.
Oh no, not a nut punch.
I think that it might have been a nut shot by accident.
Man, that sucks.
There's nothing worse.
A nut kick, maybe.
Yeah, all right, that's worse. But that was a straight, solid, like, shot to the boys.
Yeah,
and Dan's going to feel that one tomorrow. As he gets full 5 minutes to shake them out and make sure they're still there. I didn't see the exact shot.
I didn't either, but you could tell by John's reaction, he knew it might have been a little bit low.
And ladies and gentlemen, King Mo is in the house tonight.
I haven't seen him.
I saw him walk by when I was checking in and getting my bracelet to walk in here. I said hi to him briefly. We interviewed him last time. He was here last time. He's back. The King is back.
You know, I'm really glad for him that he decided to go back to his natural weight class. He's one of those really, really tough guys that will literally fight anybody walking the planet. But again, I love to see him back in his own weight class.
Most definitely. Yeah, he's a small guy for heavyweight, let alone 205.
I remember shaking his hand last time, and I thought to myself, Jesus, this guy's fighting heavyweights? Because I'm a heavyweight, and his hand was very small compared to mine. A tough guy, very tough guy.
And we're back to the action as they touch gloves.
John Vincent acknowledged a low blow and apologized again. Good sportsmanship.
10-second warning of the second round goes off.
They both know they got to do something here to stick out in the judge's mind.
And there we go. We're going to round 3.
So how do you score that?
Right now, I'm going to give it 2 rounds to Vincent. I think he's just been a little bit more dominant in the grappling positions.
I agree.
He's done a great job when he struggles for the takedown because he telegraphed it. But once he gets it, he held Dan down. While he was down, he moved around, transitioned.
He did attempt some submissions.
Yeah, he had him in that triangle in the first round. Second round, he went for the Kimura over here. Again, he had a position, and then Dan did a great job scrambling out of it.
And he was still, attacking, doing some body shots when possible. So, he definitely, in my opinion, took that round.
Most definitely, and we're entering round 3 of the second fight of the evening here at Schenectady Rivers Casino Resort. Cage Wars 37.
Coach Brian Bury talking to John Vincent right now, kind of getting a feeling where John is, how he feels. This third round's important.
Now, which one is Brian Bury?
Brian Bury has the goatee right there that was standing in front of John talking to him. The other one is Jameson. He's their Muay Thai coach.
Okay.
James.
I've not met a lot of these individuals up in this upstate area. Still meeting a lot of them.
I got you, Kyle. I got
Appreciate it.
Teamwork.
Safety first, then teamwork.
Yes, sir. Nels Larson checking with everybody, make sure we're ready. Here we go, round 3.
And we're off, touching gloves in the center. And Vincent, right again, occupies the center of the cage.
Now, if you look, Dan likes to drop that left hand. Let's see if John can take advantage of that. He's got to work his way in, though. He can't come from that far out.
Good kick, but a nice catch by Dan and a takedown. Let's see if he. I wasn't sure if he was going to utilize that. Yeah, that's exactly what I kind of expected from Dan.
Yep.
He struggled on the ground, grappling with Vincent. But both of them, every time they've taken some big, heavy power shots, they've both been too far away to really land anything.
And that's where the beginners come in, because that distance is the toughest thing to really figure out when you're striking.
Especially in a cage. This is a big cage. What is this, 25 feet?
But honestly, this is to their advantage, because I fought in both sizes, and this is much better because you have more room.
More room to get out of the way.
In that small cage, that changes everything.
John Vincent scored the takedown.
Oh, he's going for something, but it doesn't look like he's got a good angle.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for the guillotine, but they both kind of had each other's head.
Yep.
I would have to say right now, Dan's in the favorable position.
He is.
He landed some body shots.
He is, but again, nobody's really trying for submissions. And the new scoring system, a lot of the groundwork is judged on whether or not you're attempting submissions.
Yep.
Where in the past, before it was changed, it was about dominancy on the ground. Did you dominate the grappling? Did you dominate the ground?
So now I believe it's the new ABC rules, correct?
Yes. Yep.
So
now, if you notice, Dan did a good job there making John feel uncomfortable by putting his hand in his face.
And I have to say right now, in this third round, John looks like he's fatiguing a little. Dan looks a little tad fresher as he stood up and kind of irritated.
Them MMA guys, they go all the time. They fight all the time.
Big sprawl by Dan right there, avoiding the takedown.
Nice job.
John looks like he's on his last stilt trying to move forward.
He may have that double leg. Oh on top. Dan in the mount. You can see he wanted to punch him in the face.
Yeah, he was very close to doing it. He held himself. You can use your hand to put on his head like he is. But I think Dan needs to finish this with a minute, less than a minute in this fight. He needs to finish this fight in order to win.
Right now he's got an arm around that neck, but he's not in a good position for a head and arm. He's not isolated in arm, so there's not much he's going to do here to John. That's why John's so comfortable.
Most definitely. You could use your arms like he is, transition. But
you,
he's stuck in that full mount. Usually you're going to be happy in that as he attempts.
He's trying to go for S mount. He's trying to go. Oh, there we go.
I thought he was going to go for that arm bar.
Now he was going to go for S mount there. Here we go, Dan. Let's see what he can do with it. John trying to do a good job, but again, he's not flat on his back right now. Maybe that fatigue is playing into it.
Is ass mount similar to the dirty dog?
S mount.
Oh, S. I thought you were saying ass mount.
No,
I'm like, is that similar to the dirty dog?
No,
like,
that comes from a movie that you might have rented.
All right, because the dirty dog is, and that's the end of the fight, ladies. And dirty dog is with Jordan Griffin and the fighting on
like
Dana White's contender. It's where you put your cup in the person's face and you slam it into their head, which is legal.
I only know the Dirty Sanchez.
Oh, the Dirty Sanchez is a whole other ball game there, Will. I don't want to know what you're doing now.
That's a whole different broadcast, Kyle. That's the Adult Video Awards broadcast.
So we went from Dirty Dog, Dirty Sanchez, and now to the end of the fight. And, I'm going to have to give that round to Dan.
I give that to Dan, so it's going to be interesting to see what the judges saw in those first two rounds.
First round definitely went to John. There's no doubt about that in my mind, personally. But then second round, I think it'd be a coin toss in the judges' eyes, but I'm giving it to John. Dan takes third round.
While I agree with you, I've seen crazier things.
Likewise.
Being a judge, I've been a part of things. I've seen things as a fighter. You never know.
Most definitely, I agree. Both fighters are 0-1 entering this fight, hoping to get that win in the win column. As we wait the official decision. As President Tim Rankins is asking for our opinion, who we believe won.
Up to our announcer.
All right,
let's see official.
Thank you for the assist, Will.
Official scorecard for your results. Judge A rules the fight 29-28. Judge B 29-28. And Judge C rules the fight 29-28. Unanimous decision for your winner, Out of the blue corner, John Vincent.
Just like we called it.
That's exactly how we saw it.
Yep.
Two rounds to John, one to Dan.